Welcome back. You're watching NewsX and I'm Shivani Singh. Bangladesh is bracing for a pivotal moment today as the International Crimes Tribunal delivers its long-awaited verdict against ousted Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina on charges of crimes against humanity, including murder, torture and mass killings during last year's deadly student-led uprising that claimed up to 1,400 lives and forced her 15-year rule to collapse in August 2024. Now, Hasina, now exiled in India and facing the death penalty sought by prosecutors, denies the politically motivated allegations tied to her government's brutal crackdown on protesters. Tensions have boiled over into widespread violence across the country, with Awami League supporters enforcing shutdowns amid reports of vehicles set ablaze, crude bomb blasts near Dhaka University and the airport, injuring several. Stone planting clashes have also been reported. Road blockades have been there by felled trees and arson on buses and government buildings, prompting the Yunus-led interim administration to declare a high alert, deploying army and border guards and authorizing Dhaka police to open fire on violent mobs. With that, let's take a look at the charges on Sheikh Hasina. Remember, today is that very important verdict, November the 17th, when we will know if these charges actually will be put up against her. Now, Sheikh Hasina denies all these charges. However, remember that these are some of the charges that have been put against her. Overall indictment is crimes against humanity under 5 counts related to the 2024 July uprising crackdown that killed almost 1,400 civilians. Now, remember, in July last year, there were a lot of uprisings and all of the criticisms that come over here against Sheikh Hasina were because of the brutal crackdown by her government against them. There were around 1,400 lives that were lost, and that's why that first count of crime against humanity was put against her. Now, when we looked at count 1, instigating systematic attacks on unarmed protesters post July 14, 2024, press briefing via abetment by officials. So, she has been, the first count is instigating all of these things. The next count is directing the use of helicopters, drones and lethal weapons to eliminate student protesters. Remember that in 2024 these protests were led by students. So, the second count that she is being charged of is that she made the use of helicopters, drones and other lethal weapons against students by her government. The third count is that she ordered the killings of around 1,400 people to suppress anti-government demonstrations. Now, this is another serious allegations or charge that has been put, that she was actually murdering those students over there. Remember that Sheikh Hasina is denying all these charges and she says that it is all politically motivated. Her government was not involved in any of those violent crackdowns. The fourth count is that she authorized brutal force, including shootings and beatings against demonstrators. So, use of brutal force like shooting and instigating all those protesters, the forces against the protesters is another count that has been put against her. Count number 5, oversight of body incinerations, denial of medical and aid and joint criminal enterprise as Prime Minister. So, now this is one of the major charges that has been put against her, that she denied all the medical aid to those who were injured in these protests, and also that there was an oversight over body incinerations and there was denial of medical aid and joint criminal enterprise as Prime Minister. So, these are some major allegations and charges that have been put against Sheikh Hasina. Remember that these charges are what the court will be hearing today, and this is the verdict will be delivered over here today, and that's what everyone is in fact waiting for.